I'm joined now from the Israel-Gaza border by Fox News correspondent Trey Yingst. Well, Trey, I've been following your reporting all day. First of all, astounding journalism you're doing there under extremely difficult conditions. So thank you once again. You are one of the best in the world at this. But tell me, with all your experience of everything you've seen, what do you make of this last 48 hours and where's it all going to go?
Piers, thank you. I've covered a lot of conflicts all around the world and many conflicts between Israel and Gaza. This level of brutality is unprecedented. It was not a combatant-on-combatant fight. Hamas and Islamic jihad militants entered in the early morning hours, going to a music festival and mowing down 260 people before going to communities along the Gaza border and slaughtering civilians, women and children in their homes. And we've seen the scenes of this. We were here in the hours as the invasion into southern Israel started. And we watched as mothers brought their injured children to waiting ambulances, crying and looking into the bloodied faces of their kids. And we saw as soldiers tried to resuscitate their friends unsuccessfully. We have seen just the trauma the Israeli people are experiencing and will continue to experience as a result of what happened. The latest death toll stands at more than 900 people. And in addition to that, there are dozens of hostages, captives, prisoners of war taken into the Gaza Strip. And Hamas, the group in control of Gaza, says they are keeping them in the tunnels beneath the Strip, where they store rockets and ammunition, making it even more difficult for the Israelis as they conduct more than 1,000 airstrikes against positions all throughout Gaza. Piers?
Trey, how did this happen? Israel famously has one of the best defense systems supposedly in the world, one of the best homeland security systems. The scale of this is so overwhelming. It begs the question, how on earth has this happened without the Israeli security and defense forces picking up on it?
It's a great question. This border between Israel and Gaza was touted for years by the Israelis as one of the most advanced in the world. They took our team there and showed us where they dug steel plates into the ground so that tunnels couldn't be dug into Israel. They put sensors on the tops of concrete walls with barbed wire. They have surveillance balloons and drones overhead 24/7. And the fact that Hamas and Islamic Jihad were able to infiltrate at 20 different locations along the border is stunning and terrifying. And the population here was not expecting this. There was no advance notice, no indication about a pending threat against the Israeli people. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in his address tonight to the nation and to the world, indicated there are still Hamas fighters inside Israel. We were in the town of Sderot, where we're at today, in front of the police station yesterday, reporting, and it appeared the area was clear of Hamas fighters. And as the evening hours set in, reports came in of gun battles in these streets. And so it's a very fluid and unpredictable situation. And the Israeli security forces understand there are still Palestinian militants in the southern part of this country. Piers.
And obviously we now know there's going to be ferocious retribution, revenge from Israel. Do you think that will include a ground war, land forces going in? It's always something that they've resisted doing. But is Netanyahu under such pressure now internally to do something spectacular by way of what they would see as proportionate response? So that is more likely.
Absolutely. And as you noted in the past, even during wars with Gaza, especially, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been hesitant about sending forces in because in the past it has been very difficult and bloody for the Israelis. It is hard to occupy portions of Gaza in that manner with soldiers on every street corner and tanks and APCs because Hamas and Islamic Jihad militants know this area. They're fighting on their home turf and they have the weaponry for urban battle. But given what's happened, the slaughter of so many innocent civilians, the taking captive of women and children, grandmothers, innocent people, it leaves the Israeli Prime Minister really with no choice. It is almost certain that Israel will enter Gaza, and we have seen every indication to point to just that. Israeli tanks are staging in the fields around this town that we're in right now. There are thousands of soldiers. Today, Israel's defense minister, Yoav Gallant, indicated 300,000 reservists have been called up and hundreds of thousands remain in the wings. But there is this concern also that the southern front may not be the only front Israel is facing. Piers?
Yeah, it's a very scary situation. Trey, continue your great work, but please stay safe out there. It looks a dangerous, dangerous time to be a journalist. I've seen some extraordinary scenes today. I've seen correspondents break down in tears. I've seen others leaping to save themselves from rocket attacks. It is dangerous, but you guys do such an important job bringing the truth on the ground to the world. So thank you, and keep it up and stay safe, like I said.